Doing my research, so many authorities and committees that people want to start up. An anti-corruption authority is one, it's a bit of a strange one. It was proposed by the GSLP Liberals in 2011, but not acted on. Opposed by the GSD at the time, and now back in the GSLP Liberal manifesto.
Some of you will have watched the democracy debate last week on GBC. In it, we saw parties who have failed to address the problem of corruption in a race to the bottom to see who would spend less on window dressing.
Now, but how much resources would you actually plough into something like this? Because what we need to be very careful about.
That's exactly what I've just said. I've said that we are not going to plough in £10 million.
What you don't want to take is bobbies off the street.
We're not, exactly.
This is the issue.
They acknowledge the problem exists as reflected in their manifesto commitments, but they want to implement cosmetic measures. We want to implement an uncompromising, adequately funded anti-corruption commission that will make our economy fairer, more efficient, and will raise between 59 and 117 million pounds a year as a result, because we take the problem very seriously. Gibraltar has systemic problems that the other parties simply will not address. That is why they are targeting our campaign so viciously, because they know we are a threat to the system that they have created. The GSLP and the GSD will not put an end to the problem of corruption and lack of transparency, and we have sufficient proof of that. They were in government for 31 years and chose to look the other way. And now they point fingers at each other and say, "You did it first." This dynamic makes progress in this field impossible.
But on the question of the government companies, I think it's important to make the point right at the very beginning that this company structure was inherited from the GSD. That is to say, they spent years up to 1996 complaining about this intricate web of companies that apparently existed. They then kept the web of companies after being elected in 1996. They added to the web of companies by creating new ones which did the same thing, and they also increased the functions of the companies. That is to say, whereas before they had been mainly holding companies, they became trading companies. And if you're going to talk about tenders, then let's talk about the Public Procurement Directive for services in relation to consultancy contracts on infrastructure. Because that directive was not implemented by the GSD when they were in government. It meant that hundreds of millions of pounds of infrastructure works, including the airport and the tunnel, all went to the same company in respect of the contract.
Only a strong Together Gibraltar presence in Parliament will put an end to these shameful practices. Because when we point at them and denounce their cronyism, nepotism, and conflicts of interest, they will not be able to point back at us. They will have to answer for their misconduct. This general election, vote with hope and not with fear. Believe in a better way. Vote Together Gibraltar.